Tonight, the man accused of stealing that big rig and intentionally crashing into a DPS office in Brenham is in jail. Investigators say that driver was denied a commercial driver's license just yesterday.
This is a closer look at the damage as crews pull the damaged truck out of the parking lot. One person is dead and 13 others were injured. And this just within the last few minutes, Governor Greg Abbott posting on social media saying he and his wife Cecilia are saddened to hear of this tragic incident. He says Texas will bring the criminal to justice. Brenham is 75 miles northwest of Houston. We have live team coverage there. Katira Winfrey is at the scene and Matt Doherty is at the suspect's home just south of Chapel Hill. Katira, we begin with you and what happened today?
Well, Lynn and Mia, scary moments indeed as that semi slammed into the front of this building. One county official says it was done intentionally. It left one person dead and 13 others injured. And this tragedy has rocked this community. A tragedy is one way to sum up what happened along US 290 at the DPS office in Brenham.
The DPS is crashing the DPS.
The DPS says 42-year-old Clenard Parker stole this semi around 10:30, took off down the highway with deputies in pursuit before slamming right through the front doors.
This is a tragic day and it's affected a whole lot of people. Obviously, this investigation is just in its infancy right now, so we have a lot of questions that we're working to get answers.
The DPS says Parker was denied a CDL license Thursday, and one day later he came back. 13 people were injured, 6 of them went to the hospital. One later died. But officials say officers' quick actions kept an even bigger tragedy from happening.
Suspect was backing the vehicle up and with the intent of going into it again. Our fire chief mentioned that if he had veered a little bit to the left the second time, there would have been a collapse of that building.
The news spread quickly around town with Margot Rogers hearing the helicopters overhead.
This is just so bizarre, that it happened. And my heart goes out to the families.
State Senator Lois Cohorst also calling the incident tragic. She says this office has been a staple in the community and the people inside are part of this community.
It's a place of public service. And so what we've seen today was an act of violence. And I want to first thank all the first responders, the deputy sheriff that realized that was a stolen truck.
While the scene is safe now, the damage still very much obvious, and the impact won't soon be forgotten. And officials say this DPS office will be closed for quite a while as they continue the investigation and make repairs. It's not clear for how long. However, they urge anyone who needs services to look up their nearest DPS location online. Now, we will have continuing coverage with Matt Doherty, who is live at the suspect's house in Chapel Hill right now. Matt.
Yeah, in the last 30 minutes, we watched as investigators packed up and left the property. Over there now, just family members outside of his home. This is video from a couple of hours ago. This is when investigators were here. They asked us not to show their faces because they said they were working undercover. The Texas Department of Public Safety says the Texas Rangers are leading the investigation now. The investigators did not tell us if they found anything related to the investigation inside of the home. I spoke with Parker's cousin earlier this afternoon. She says Parker is not married, but has a son who does not live with him. His cousin says she would have never seen this coming. There was never any indication that he might do something like this or be violent or anything?
Be violent? No. I just seen him. We were all here on Easter Sunday, and we were all like sitting around laughing, talking, eating. So that's the last time I saw him with Easter Sunday, so I just can't believe that this would be the outcome of what's going on.
Parker's been arrested several times in the past on various charges. We spoke with a neighbor who says from what he has witnessed, Parker did not act normally. Of course, this is still a very much developing story. We're going to have another update for you coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Back to you.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Matt.